Hey guys, Lunar here, welcome back to another PUBG update video for Xbox and PlayStation 4. The long-awaited update to the game is finally here, bringing with it new weapons, weather, and improvements. I'm going over all of the details in this video. It's a long list of changes, so we can jump straight into it. If you find this video useful, a like is appreciated. First, because of the problems with the update recently, every player will be rewarded in-game with the 20 up pass, so they can progress the Survivor Pass 20 levels for free. It can be used on the current Vikendi pass or future passes, but everyone should have one when they log in today after the update finishes, which will be later today, as a reward for all of the issues recently. Okay, the changes. Added the new SMG weapon, the PP Bizon. The Bizon is an SMG exclusive to Vikendi and Erangel. It uses 9mm ammunition and holds 53 rounds, which is the max as it cannot equip a magazine to the gun or a grip, but it can equip a muzzle and a sight attachment, including the new one. So added to the game, Canted Sights as a new attachment. Canted Sights is a new scope for weapons with a secondary scope slot. You can press X on the Xbox while in ads to toggle between your equipped sights. Canted sights can be used with the Beryl, the AKM, the AUG, the M416, Mutant, QBZ, Scar L, and G36C, the SLR, Mini 14, MK14, QBU, SKS, AMW, M24, Car 98, the UMP, Vector and Bizon, S12K, and the M249 LMG. So not every weapon, but most of the ones you would need a canted sight for, so don't expect to equip it to the Uzi or pistol, but you can equip it to every assault rifle and sniper rifle, which is mostly what you need it for. With the canted sight update, the weapon's position and view of angle might feel slightly different than before while you're in ads. However, any features which might affect gunplay, such as the scope's position in ads, field of view and recoil, were not changed with the update. Also, a quick little change here, interactions such as picking up an item, getting into a vehicle and opening door is now disabled while you're in ads. You can no longer do that while you're in game. Next, some changes to gameplay. There has been a decrease in the damage transferred to helmets and vests. This means your armor can sustain more damage before being destroyed, although this does not go into any details on what the difference in terms of stats actually is, so we will have to wait and see how that works in game. Damage given to players will remain the same, so it's only the armor itself that has changed. All we do know is that the previous damage calculation used to transfer 100% of the damage to the armor durability, but that has changed in this update. Also, they have changed the damage system of throwable weapons. Damage and effects are now applied correctly to players hiding behind very small obstacles, such as thin poles. And also the trajectory guidelines is now shown properly until the throwable weapon leaves the player's hand. Next up, reduce the delay when opening a parachute, and this will make it easier for you guys to change direction much earlier when you are parachuting. The only other changes are a couple of changes to Vikendi, starting with some blue zone modifications. The blue zone will be generated further away from the center of the map, and the damage of the last zone has been increased. Item spawns have been modified on Vikendi as well, decreased the number of SMGs and increased the number of assault rifles, and it's reduced the number of level 3 helmets and vests. Finally, it's fixed an issue where doors could sometimes be opened from an unreachable distance in third-person perspective, and doors will now only be opened when in reachable distance. There's also a bunch of other Vikendi bug fixes, but I'm not going to go over all the bug fixes in this video. Next up, one world change. Added a new weather setting on Vikendi called Moonlight. Although the setting is at night, the big glowing supermoon and bright aurora borealis will help you detect enemies, and it's not a true night mode, but it does give us a different feel to the game on Vikendi, and hopefully they plan to add additional night modes as well to other maps, including considering adding a very dark night mode. I know they said previously the reason they haven't added a true night mode yet, and the reason that they added this moonlight weather for Vikendi, is because to do so would require the addition of hundreds of new light sources across the map, potentially more, as every building would of course need lighting, which can play havoc with performance. What I think would be a good idea is for the match to start at dusk and for it to get darker as the match goes on, and maybe for it to only get really dark when you reach the final circles. But obviously night vision would need to be added, so really it would be a race to find night vision goggles in order to survive the final circles. But that is a way to add night mode and avoid adding in loads of lighting sources, but they probably won't go down that road. Next up, some changes to the user interface and user experience. Improve the user interface widget visibility, which is located on the bottom center of the game screen. Added additional game options. A big one, added in the option to set default firing mode for all the different weapons, so that's a really good thing. No longer will you die because you forgot to switch to automatic firing mode for your assault rifle, and so on. You can change them now in the options to set to your preferred default settings. Also added a keybind for the Canted sights, so currently that's on X, but you can change it, and added a keybind while at default state to inspect your weapons. Messages will pop up when your survival title promotes, and improve visibility of the white circle on the minimap, and those are all of the user interface changes. Performance changes, I would like to see a bit more of these, but for this update we have improved performance by adjusting the number of visible footsteps within a certain radius of the character. Improve the performance by increasing the size of the texture streaming pool to cache in memory, something we've talked about a lot before, and optimize the kill feed messages and gamepad game guide user interface by lowering the average game thread usage time to reduce hitches, and hopefully it's made some difference to the current game problems. Finally, we have some changes to skins and items. The item grades for event items has been adjusted so they have a more appropriate value. Item settings have been changed so they can exchange for the appropriate amount of BP according to their grade. Joker and Harley Quinn skins will be removed from the store on March the 6th, so make sure you pick those up if you haven't already, and the store will be updated on March the 12th. Every item except crates and Road Warrior helmets will be removed from the store, and new crate and cosmetic items will be available for purchase, and there is more information on that soon, so some new cosmetics will be coming to the game this time next week. That just leaves us then, guys, with 53 in-game bug fixes. I'm not going to read them out as it would be super long, but they have tried to fix being able to glitch into the Vikendi map, issues with equipping weapons when you would switch between two, the sound of vehicles running when no one's in them, which can give away your position, and that was really annoying, and that has been fixed. Probably the biggest change you mention is they fixed an issue where buildings would take a long time to load in Vikendi, so we'll see what happens there if that's actually the case. But guys, we have waited a long time for this update, so let me know if it was worth the wait. Has it not made much difference, or has it introduced a whole set of other problems to the game, as that's happened before? I know most of you, and me included, have moved over to Apex for now, but I still want to see PUBG do well. Make sure then to subscribe for all the latest info on PUBG and Apex, turn on notifications to see updates as soon as they happen. I'll be back later with more videos. Until then though, have an awesome day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.